Hey, welcome to Facts at 5. I'm Michael Clark here at the LTV studios in Wayne-Scott, New York. And as we do every Friday, we are talking with East Hampton Town Supervisor Peter Van Scoyoc. Welcome, Peter.
Thank you, Michael. How are you?
Good. I am doing pretty well, and you must be feeling pretty good this week after such a successful week of vaccinations in the town of East Hampton. And I was there last Saturday. I tell you, it was impressive from my limited view how not only what you were able to pull off, but the fact that the group that was there, you adjusted so well, I thought, on the fly to meet the surges and demands and the participants, and that, and of course the Girl Scout cookies were all very impressive to me. Doesn't take much to impress me, Peter, but that was a good job.
You know, any event that has Girl Scout cookies is going to be well received. And, we received the Girl Scout cookies along with a really nice, nutritious breakfast from the local Girl Scout troops who came and provided breakfast to the volunteers and all the workers at the site. And then we had the East Hampton Teachers Association provide lunch. That meant so much to the volunteers who've been putting in very long hours. And I have to say, as tired as I am and with as little sleep as I've had, such a gratifying feeling to see so many people in the community be vaccinated here locally. For many, this was their really first foray out into the public and their first, opportunity to actually socialize and see people that they hadn't seen in a year. The number of people that I saw in the community they haven't literally seen since the lockdown, remarkable. People are so grateful, and I have to say, what a debt of gratitude to all the volunteers, all the people who pulled together, town staff who worked tirelessly last week to make sure the appointments got scheduled. This all happens on very short notice, very limited supply. We don't know where the supply is going to come from or when. We found out on about 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon, for instance, that there was definite confirmation and we could start scheduling appointments for Friday. Stony Brook Medicine came to our site. We hosted them there. Well over 1,200 vaccinations were given, primarily to those over 65, but then they did run late in the evening, some comorbidities, and I think a few second doses at the site from their own allotment and their own list. So I think we had something like 950 residents vaccinated at the site on Friday, another 680 that we administered on Saturday. And in addition to that, we took from our registry, I think nearly 300 appointments were scheduled for the Greek Orthodox Church on Thursday. So, my staff here was full on all day, every one of those days last week. In fact, I gave my executive assistant the last 3 days off. So
Yeah, I can imagine that she needed
able to recoup.
Yeah,
I'm going to try and take a day, maybe this weekend off. We'll see. We could get notice later today that we're getting 300 more doses or something, and we're going to put together a pod last minute for Saturday or Sunday. But it's been very fluid. But what a great group of people
sure.
helping us out.
And to your point, Peter, it was like old home week. It was a community event. As you know, I was assisting one of the vaccinators, and again, from my limited perspective in my little room there, the people that came in, most of them, or at least know their face. We're a small town, but the amount of gratitude that and good feeling in the room was amazing. And they were running into people in the observation room. Hey, how you been? How you been? And this and that. And there were people actually crying, and I'm sure you saw that. They were weeping that they got the vaccination. I mean, to be a part of something that means so much to people, and people that you wouldn't expect, reacting like that as well. It's really quite amazing. And so what happens now, Peter? Like, you have a few of them now. It's just sit back and we just wait for the vaccine, right?
No, we don't sit back and we don't wait.
No, no,
I mean,
no, I
maybe
don't
you do. You wait for the call, but I am actively every day, all day, trying to
Yeah.
establish connections and get confirmations on another allotment to come into our site. You know, we've asked residents to go to our portal, our web portal dedicated to this. It's ehtownvaccine.org and
Right.
register. We made that live a week ago Tuesday. We had, as of I think noon yesterday, 4,750 registrants.
Wow.
These are people that are currently qualified and eligible for vaccine who've not yet received vaccine. So, you know, we have a lot more work to do. There are plenty of other vaccination sites also listed on that web portal. So you should check those sites too if you're trying to get schedule appointment immediately. The vaccine supplies have increased in the last week fairly significantly. We expect that that's going to continue as there's now the Johnson & Johnson vaccine added to Pfizer and Moderna, and production of all three vaccines has ramped up. So to me, job number one right now is to try and get as many people, try to get everybody in my community, our community, vaccinated as soon as possible. So that's my mission. That's our goal here. We've worked with the state and the county, thanks to the county exec, Steve Ballone and his staff for getting us the county doses that we've gotten thus far. And thanks to Stony Brook Medicine for bringing their allotment here to administer at our site. We look forward to continuing those partnerships, as well as also seeking other avenues to get vaccines. We're now talking to a local pharmacist and hope to have that as an avenue. Currently, physicians have not been given allotments, although a number of our local physicians that we've been working with directly have put in for allotments every week. They still have not received any. And we're willing to use our location to host anyone who has vaccine. We've also been very fortunate to have a local resident, Thomas Sessa, Datanami. It's an medical information technology company who has basically designed a standalone, highly efficient system for registering, scheduling, and uploading all the required fields into the New York State immunization recording requirements, and so that's seamless. It's something that could be duplicated by any others who are holding vaccine clinics to really take the paperwork part of this out. He's been very, very generous with his time to date, with his so far. So, he deserves a lot of credit for helping us do this in a very seamless way. We've also had Dr. Gail Schoenfeld as our medical director, and she's advised us, part of our committee. There's so many people to thank here. We don't have enough time to do it just in this one episode, but acknowledging key people who are able to help, and also my staff has just really worked so hard on this. Buildings and grounds, getting the building ready, and everybody. It's amazing how much you can accomplish when everybody's pulling together, and in a small period of time.
Yeah, absolutely. So anybody that's watching, please go to the website. I'll put it up here on the screen, and get yourself, because we're like Peter said, I think right now nearly 20% of New Yorkers in general, all New York, have received at least the one vaccination dose, and we're probably right around the same area, I think, in Suffolk County, and I would think, total guess, but I would think it's more in the town of East Hampton. So we'll keep it going. And again, Peter, nice job. What else is going on in the neighborhood, as they say?
The neighborhood. Well, it's annual beach replenishment season, and we're in the process of doing LiDAR flyover to estimate the total amount of sand it will take to return the beach profile to what's specified for downtown Montauk. We had a pretty rough winter this year, a number of nor'easters and had a significant loss of sand in front of the hotels there. That's something we have to restore every year by May 15th. So that process is ongoing. And I think what's different this year is that we're coming into the final stretches of, working with the federal government on the FIM Fire Island and Montauk Point formulation study. It's a number of projects along 82 miles coastline. We've been told from day one that we would receive the first contract because of the emergency stabilization project that we did with the Corps. They assured us that that would entitle us to be upfront for when the project actually started. Now, with their recent presentation, they have us in the third slot contract-wise. This is totally unacceptable.
Right.
We're going to make a lot of noise about this. We were assured otherwise multiple times, and the expenses that we incur are vastly larger than what they promised they would be. So, this is an issue for us and for the county, because the county pays 50% of those replenishment costs. I've spoken to our congressman's office about this. I've spoken with Fred Peel, Senator Anthony Palumbo, Bridget Fleming, our legislator. We'll be speaking with Steve Ballone as well, and reaching out to Senator Schumer's office to push this back to number one position. Absolutely important for us to do. Otherwise, we could be going through this cycle perhaps as many as 3 more years, which is totally unacceptable.
Wow. Yeah, they gotta keep their promises, right?
Absolutely.
Well, we got a couple of minutes left, Peter. Anything else hot on the fire or?
Well, we have our business recovery committee continues to meet and talk about the changing advisements from the governor's office. We want to make sure that our local businesses and caterers, whatever, have the information that they need to plan for the coming season. Tonight, Thursday night, 7 p.m., you're hosting on YouTube our police reform and reinvention listening session. This is a listening session on our draft plan that needs to be approved and submitted to the state no later than April 1st. We'll have this listening session, see what the public has to say about it. And, based on the comments we get, we may make some adjustments to the preliminary plan and incorporate them in a final plan, which we will be discussing again at Tuesday the 16th work session with a resolution to approve the plan on the 18th.
And the plan is a state requirement, that's right?
It is a state requirement, post, this last year, the George Floyd and other instances of, problematic police, behavior.
Right.
There's it's really a self-analysis. We convene the public with a very broad and diverse group of committee members representing many different distinct groups within our community to come up with this plan, review it. We did a survey that had over 1,100 responses. We've analyzed that survey and formulate recommendations. So we'll have a listening session. Again, we'll have a translator to translate from English to Spanish and vice versa, so that our listeners will understand what's being said. We will certainly want to be reaching, all of our community members. We do have a very large Latinx community here. So we want to make sure community members here that we want to bring them in and have, a discussion about policing here locally, community policing with everyone.
And folks that will be rerun on, it'll stay on our YouTube channel. So you can, if you're not able to see it on the Thursday night, you can pick it up moving forward. So Peter, once again, we've run out of time here, and thank you very much. And we will see you next week.
Great. Thank you, Michael. Stay safe, everyone, and register to be vaccinated, ehtownvaccine.org. Thanks.
Take care, folks.
Bye-bye.